Hi Leo, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing there be a focus on you getting a feeling about something, listening to your intuition and that really helping you out within a situation. It seems even like something going on and maybe you're not able to, like, logic may prove less effective than it is to follow your intuition within a situation. This is what I'm getting. This is also about, like, opening yourself up to something that is going to, like, further give you purpose, something further about even opening yourself up to your path. But it may feel a bit intimidating, maybe the way that this, like, enters into your life, the way that this comes to you. You may also realize that in order for you to pursue what it is that you want to pursue, there may be like a switch up or a change with how it is that you're doing things. Getting something again about like following your unique path, your purpose. Especially arising from a situation that could have felt uncomfortable is what I'm hearing. We're starting off with the Chariot, and to have that be in the focus, and also the Magician, what it looks like to me is that there was something that needed to be done on your part, and whatever this was, whatever challenge this was, whatever wall you were facing, it's something where you were called upon to use your voice, to be creative with a situation, to be resourceful even. And it seems like whatever it was that you did very much worked. Even something about like getting a message out, relaying something, communication. Big focus on the throat chakra with Mercury and also the King of Swords here. I'm hearing beaten down. It looks to me like there was something that needed to be said to someone about possibly their behavior. I'm seeing something come to an end. It's kind of like something's going on within the environment that you may not find, I'm hearing passable, maybe something that you didn't feel okay with. And it seems very much like you called out whatever this was. What it looks like to me is that the way that somebody was approaching you, I'm seeing you not particularly appreciate what this was that was happening. And it seems very much like needing to have a conversation with this person about, I'm hearing antics about their behavior, and get something off your chest that felt important to communicate with them, which may not have been easy. I'm seeing too that you may perceive this person as being like younger than you in spirit. So like maybe they can be a bit like silly at times. There's somebody that may take things less seriously. You may find that they don't really, when it comes to subtle cues, that you may be more avid, I'm hearing, when it comes to picking them up. This person, it may kind of go over their head. So yeah, whatever it was that was going on. And I'm seeing somebody that, in a way, your relationship with them is unavoidable. At least within the realm of what had been going on. Because I'm seeing them, like, repetitively approaching you and, like, coming into your space. I'm seeing that, like, unless you wanted the cycle to keep repeating in this way, an important conversation needed to be had. Something needed to be communicated with this person, and it's very much like what you are communicating is very important when it comes to thinking about long term the goal that you're trying to reach within this situation, and speaking from that place of thinking like, what is the purpose of me having a conversation, me thinking about like long term the end result of what this is, and like what do I need to say in order to get there with them. And it seems like whatever had been going on that you didn't want to continue comes to an end. I'm looking at Cancer, Mercury. I'm also looking at Capricorn. It's catching my eye that this is ending in the Ten of Swords. So what this looks like to me is that for some of you, like, you could have already addressed this situation. You could be in the midst of this. This can be something that you're about to do. To have this end in the Ten of Swords means that somebody may not take this in stride, we can say. This may not only bring an end to their behavior, but possibly an end to some other things. And that's also something that one will need to accept and be okay with. Because as much as you may want to end a certain aspect of the dynamic with this person, there may also be other things that happen like a domino effect because of this. And it may not be necessarily easy. And you may also recognize this too. The thing is that it's going to feel liberating once you get on the other side of this, but it's not going to feel necessarily liberating as you're going through the process of it. More than anything, what you're probably going to feel is this feeling uncomfortable, ambiguous, maybe threatening to your routine, threatening to what you know, what you're comfortable with, patterns. Even if they were patterns that you weren't necessarily enjoying, it means that things are going to become unfamiliar because they are changing, because something is coming to an end. So it's also about, I'm hearing, wrapping your head around that. I'm seeing this has been an obstacle that you've been facing for some time. This doesn't look like a new situation to me. This looks like something that had been carrying on for a span of time, and something that definitely needed to be addressed. I'm seeing too, like, you may perceive this person as being I'm hearing out there, but I'm seeing it be more like theatrical when it comes to the way that this person behaves, because I'm seeing this like really energized energy. Kind of reminds me of like a puppy or a bunny or something that's like running all around and hopping along everywhere and just, I don't know, like nudging you to play with it, even though I'm perceiving that, I mean, it could be an animal too, but I'm seeing this as a person. So this person comes towards you and they're like really high energy. I'm also hearing high strung, and very much like wanting, seeking your like attention. I'm also hearing approval, like wanting to interact with you. And then it's kind of like you almost, it seems kind of like this nuanced way of like disciplining this person. I guess for some of you this can be a child too. I'm definitely getting this, there being a feeling that this person is not necessarily You may not feel like they are like an equal to you. You may feel like there's kind of maybe even an offset. It's like rather than seeing this person as a partner, you may see them in more of like a childlike energy. So yeah, I don't know what the like social roles are for you guys, but I'm definitely seeing like a high energy coming towards you and wanting to interact with you, and it's like they're like jumping up and down at your feet, and then as soon as this is said, whatever this is that needs to be said, I'm kind of seeing them like dropping to the ground and kind of just like laying there. So yeah, this person may go from kind of extremes, and that may also be something that you were anticipating as well. If you move forward with the decision to do this, which I'm not seeing it necessarily be an easy thing to do, I'm seeing you still kind of flip-flopping, like, do we do this, do we not do this, like thinking about even the consequences. Seems like this is something you've given a lot of thought. Maybe so much thought that it's taken a very long time to address, and that's why there's still been this hesitation. What I'm getting that is that if you decide to face this challenge head on and make the decision that is meant to be made, it means that like you are going to be manifesting a new opportunity, a new chapter even into your life, something that you are going to be happy that you did, something that you would be looking forward to. So by clearing out whatever this is that you may not necessarily want to prolong happening, being in your life, participating in the cycle of, it's making room for something else that you do want. Something that you would happily embrace. It seems like it's just about getting to the point where you feel okay with this ending. Because you may still be in a space where in your head, it's like, I can't end things because of that. I can't like bring this to an end because of this situation. Or what am I going to do about, it's a whole realm of things. At the end of the day, this is like a self-defeating narrative of recognizing that something is out of alignment within your life, yet not making that change because of feelings of self-doubt, or like, what am I going to do about money then? What am I going to do about this? Like, where am I supposed to go from there? So I'm definitely seeing that be part of the narrative and part of the hesitance to end something that you recognize you don't want to, and something that's ultimately out of alignment for you. So yeah, it's kind of like, if you don't end this, you're signing on to be allowing something to continue within your life that you may not actually enjoy, something that you don't feel good about what's happening. And then on the other side of it, it's like, well, what are the consequences of this going to be? But I'm seeing it be based off of, okay, here's the thing. By you signing on to put up with something that you're not actually okay with, and something that is like actually out of alignment for you, that would also mean too that by stopping yourself from ending this, by stopping yourself from addressing this, you're making this decision out of fear rather than out of empowerment at the end of the day. And that is like the important thing to note here and to remind ourselves of. Are we making decisions based off of like avoidance, fear, poverty mindset, stuff like that? Or are we making the decision that's in alignment and recognizing that Spirit's going to have our back because we are moving with where we are being guided and following through with what we know we're meant to be following through with? Seems like this is about surrendering and trusting. Seems very much like facing an interpersonal challenge that affects more than just your immediate relationship with this person. I still don't know what to do. Still trying to figure out how you're feeling as well. That may be part of this too, because you have an emotional connection with this person. Being in a space where you want to also have compassion for them as well. And that may be making this more difficult too. It's like, what am I supposed to do with that? Wow. So I'm seeing this be a situation as well where it's like, what is the guidance? What am I meant to do within this situation? Because you feel in a way like you may be in a catch-22 with the way that this rolls out. It's like, what am I actually being guided to do? The thing is, if you are associating so much with identifying so much with what's going on emotionally for you, it's very important to also keep in mind that it may be, I'm hearing infraction, it may be interfering with the spiritual guidance that you're getting, with your intuitive guidance. Especially if something is out of whack, out of order, out of balance emotionally for you. It's like confusing like empathy and compassion with enabling. Something like that. As I said before, I'm seeing a very, very important like themes of this reading is that there is a behavior happening with somebody that's within your environment that you do not feel okay with. Something that does not like encourage you to feel. It's something that you know needs to be checked. It needs to be addressed with this person. And also, if you stop yourself from doing this, it's because of being in a place of fear. These are like the two very key parts of the conversation that's being had. And this is the thing as well. Let's like rewind the tape and go back to like the beginning seed of this logic. If you stop yourself from making a decision out of fear, so rather than empowering yourself and making a choice, you stop yourself out of fear, then it's like, because you're scared and you don't, and you're like letting that like determine how you're making a choice, you may then go backwards and be like, actually, the real reason I'm not doing this is because I'm actually okay with this behavior, even though you know that you're not. But rather than seeing it as being like, I'm not making this decision because I'm scared of what will happen, or like, I'll lose this, or I'll lose that, or what am I going to do about this? Like, even stuff financially for some of you. And it's like, rather than like being transparent and honest with oneself about what this is, or maybe having not gotten to this conclusion yet, you may be seeing it as being like, I'm just going to say that I'm okay with this that's going on, and you know what, like, this may be my thing to have to deal with. And it's like, one, you don't actually feel okay with it, otherwise this reading would not be resonating with you. You know exactly what this is for you. Two, this is about really getting to the bottom of why you're not making this decision, and it's not because you're meant to be taking on something that you don't feel okay with, something that you recognize as being out of alignment for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this situation. And so it's about really getting to the bottom of what this is that's determining the choice that you're making and the logic that's being used. And also, like, not using the excuse as well of, like, martyring yourself by being like, I'm just meant to be dealing with this. Because I'm seeing the fear be very, very important here. It's not just like a karmic situation that you can't do anything about, that spirit's like, you need to be patient, you need to work this through. That's not what I'm seeing here. It's about not making a decision out of fear. I know we keep repeating that, but I'm seeing this be very, very important to what this is that's going on here. And this can be a thing as well. It's like, you don't like the way that somebody is approaching you, and it's like, well, there's somebody that's pursuing me, there's somebody that's interested in me, and if I tell them no more, then, like, what if I'm left alone? What if I don't have someone wanting to pursue me again after this? So I just have to be okay with this, you know what I mean? So many different things that it could be. All just depends on your situation. I'm seeing you working to unravel what's going on emotionally for you, understand the leaning, where you're being guided, what you're meant to be doing. I'm getting to that, like, there's also this recognition that is manifesting of, like, hey, it's my time to do something about this. I need to take action. I'm seeing conversation, communication, throat chakra play a very important role. This is the way in which you are meant to be, like, taking action through the throat chakra. And to also do it in a compassionate, nurturing type of way, while still facilitating an honest conversation with this person and addressing what needs to be addressed. Yeah, and if you're still feeling stuck, what is going to help you most is continuously going into this emotional space until this is all cleared out, until you don't feel confused anymore about what's going on emotionally for you. It's like working through all of that till everything makes sense, rather than sitting in a space and, like, not really understanding it, or being like, I have mixed feelings about this. This is about getting to the bottom of it, so everything becomes very clear to you as far as, like, getting to the bottom of what you're actually feeling and why you're feeling that way. Big Virgo energy. What's going to help you is looking into this, of reflecting why you feel hesitant to make this choice. I am hearing avoidance. You reflecting on this privately and or with, I'm getting something about, like, seeking counsel. It doesn't have to be another person, although it can be. It can be like a therapist or like a trusted source of advice for you. It can be spirit, your spirit guides, your ancestors, whatever it is. I'm seeing that if you, like, really reflect on this and do it in a way where there is active introspection on the topic, I'm seeing that be the advice from your guides right now, to address this and to do it privately. that's what's going to help you like really be able to magnify your inner voice and be influenced by your light and your knowledge and find the answer within. I'm looking at Cancer, Mercury, Jupiter, and Virgo. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.